Sports Stars Magazine here with one of the best setters in the United States and the leader of the Army and the Mission League legacy and dynasty of Sierra Canyon, Lucky Fasavalu for the Trailblazers. 6-1 now all time against Marymount in the Mission League. 33-1 all time in this building. 106-1. I mean, we could just go on and on and on with the superlatives. All that matters tonight is 5-set victory over Marymount. 15-10 in the fifth. The last 5 points of the match. A lot of ebb and flow, a lot of roller coaster as it always is. Just what are the emotions, Lucky? What are the emotions about just how you feel about just how proud and how hard the team fought?
Yes, I'm very proud of all my teammates. I really do believe that volleyball is a sisterhood. I believe that we all just love each other so much on and off the court, that we just play so in sync on the court. We definitely have each other's backs, and I'm just very proud and grateful for all of them and just being able to be blessed enough to just play with some of the top girls in the nation. So
the thing that I respect and recognize and admire and appreciate the most is not just the sisterhood on your side of the net, but like obviously I'm seeing you interacting with McKenna Barnes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history with a lot of these women through club and growing up in the sport and whatnot. Like just in not every league in every state and in the country that do athletes of your caliber and your team's caliber have like that yin to the yang of a team like Marymount. Like how blessed do you feel that it's like, hey, we don't have to wait till the Open Division playoffs or a tournament. Like we get this 2 times a year in our league.
Yeah, I feel so blessed. I feel like really like the phrase "iron sharpens iron" just really goes hand in hand with this team especially. I feel like in practice we really push each other to the best of our abilities. We go 100% and beyond. And even if like we feel like our 20% and like we're not feeling it today, we're gonna give 100% of that 20%. And yeah, I think everyone just holds each other accountable. And yeah.
Unique circumstances in terms of that ebb and flow and those runs in the first 2 sets, right? Could have said that with Marymount's early performance, like they could have easily gotten the first at 11-2, right? But then you ladies, as you often do, will pick yourself up and and you run off 9 in a row, and all of a sudden we find ourselves even. I know you ladies hold yourself to such a high standard. Probably didn't want to give that that run away at the end. So we still find ourselves a 1-1, like going now in a best 2 of 3 situation, or going into the fifth in a best of 1 situation. How what were you feeling like the temperament of the group was, the emotion of the group was at that point?
I think the emotion of the group was don't back down. I feel like every single girl on this team deserves to be on this team. I think there's not one girl that doesn't have a dog in them. I feel like we really have grit and determination, and we're gonna stand by each other's side and make sure that we take this win.
In terms of at Durango, obviously McKenna and Kendall had completed the sit-out period. Were part of the lineup. Maybe it was still fresh, right?
Yes.
Like, I mean, obviously you played great over the course of the 7 matches to get to the final, right? But now you've had even more time. Like, you're the captain of this, of this offense. Like so, and obviously you had 2 of the best in the entire state already, and Eva and Hannah to go to. Now you've got 4 of the best. So how do you feel like things are kind of developing and evolving, and everybody kind of understanding their role and the responsibility? Because you're the one that has the ball on her fingertips the most.
I believe there's not one girl that doesn't want the ball in their hands. I feel like everybody wants to contribute in their own way. I feel like each girl, like, they're so hungry for the ball that I can feel it on their presence. Like, just stepping on the court, like, being on the sideline is just like a whole different like perspective, but being on the court with these girls, like in this box with these girls and then dogs on the other side, like I just think it's very competitive, and yeah, we just make each other better.
So obviously October 7th, we know for sure at Marymount, round 3.
Yep.
Probably stands to believe that it won't be the last time, considering the open playoffs, maybe even the regional playoffs, on top of that. How much, I mean, the 5-set win versus, the outcome at Durango aside, like how much better do you feel like that you're, again, there's so much familiarity anyways because of club, but like in terms of reading McKenna, reading Elle, reading Caitlin, reading Sammy, reading Frank, how much better do you feel about how the group is progressing there, that you'll be able to take even more into that matchup on the 7th?
I believe that we are still progressing. I feel like even when you're the best, I feel like you still have more to learn. And yeah, we're very open-minded, so we're open to learning more things, and we watch film, and yeah, we do everything in our power to win.
Well, they have Lucky as their setter, but it doesn't require any of it because they are skilled, they are elite, and obviously they are still the queens of the Mission League
Thank
until
you.
somebody tells us otherwise. Great job tonight.
Thank you.